every Sunday, Pat Sullivan from Sullivan Hardware and Garden stops by with some great advice.
Yeah, today he's talking all about hanging baskets.
Well, here we are mid-July. The 4th of July holidays is behind us. I always think it's a great time to kind of look at your annual plants and do a little refresher on them where you can rejuvenate them, because we still have a lot of growing season left. So this one, hanging baskets and potted plants. Now, a lot of people go, well, that's just beautiful and I really want it that way, and that's fine. I like to thicken plants up, like them a little neater, a little tighter like this. So, and you can kind of see it, they just get a little ratty. Like this one has been getting fertilizer because it's been inside of our greenhouse. Now this one was way back in the garden center, so it didn't have a feeding tube. So you kind of see what happens. No fertilizer, you know, they're kind of hanging back there. They really start to get ratty. So here's what you can do. And this is, you know, everyone goes, well, I like trim the plants. It's like, no, I'm talking about trimming the plant. Like you get in there and you really cut it all the way back. I know this terrifies people, but when you trim, it stimulates growth. So every place where we trim this off, it's going to split and it's going to thicken the plant. Not that this plant wasn't already thick, but we're going to make this a beauty for the second half of the season. All right. And we do this in the garden center to all of our hanging baskets that are kind of left from spring. We had a bunch of them ready for 4th of July that we sold, that we had probably gotten in spring and they had just gotten a little bit leggy. So you do it just like that, okay? So I wouldn't go much further than that. I like to leave a little bit of a bowl there. We fertilize 2 different ways is how we do it at our store. So I'm gonna put some Osmocote in there, and that's a long lasting. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fertilize it. Fertilization is probably the biggest thing that we miss on our annuals. We get so excited in the spring, we spend a lot of money, and then we don't go that next step to take care of them with the fertilizer. So liquid fertilizer, this is just Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow, I don't know where the front of the label is. There it is, 4th time's a charm. So it's 1 scoop to a gallon of water. I got a couple gallons in here. And I like to use the 5-gallon buckets because I don't really have time for a sprinkling can, but most people use a sprinkling can, and that's fine too. I just feel like this is more manly when you carry around a 5-gallon bucket. All right, I take this every week. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of drink of the blue water every week. Now let me show you, I know you think I'm crazy at this point. Well, you may think I'm crazy anyways. So this is the exact same plant. This is one that we cut back. This is the exact same plant. We cut it off. Now it's nice and thick. It's good to go for the rest of the season. You can see we do it like even with our little 4-inch pots. This is what we cut it down to. So we cut it down. You can kind of see this one's been about, probably 4 or 5 days. It already starts sprouting new growth. And this one was cut back, and it brings it back before it was real stringy like that. So the one like this, where it didn't have any fertilizers, this one I would probably cut down even shorter and then really get some fertilizer. This one was actually a fertilizer deficiency, and it feels like maybe a little bit of a water deficiency. But get a second season out of all your annuals, and it's fun to do. It's fun to watch them come.